Hi everyone, how are you? We are about ready to start with our part 38 of the Watts Discovery um, series. We had just finished up where um, there was the interesting dinner at the Mount Fiji restaurant that I'm sure that the divorce attorney's wife lamented him the whole way home about how he talked to these women and was staring at their whats, and then when she saw that the discovery he remembered what they wore. The man was probably needing his own divorce attorney, if you know what I mean. So if you are ever at a situation and somebody says, "Oh yeah, I'm an attorney," you say something like, "Oh yeah, well what area do you specialize in?" And then if they say something, that you think you might want to know about, you say, "Oh, well, a friend of mine is looking for somebody that specializes in that type of law. Do you have a business card that I may pass on? I'd love to refer you." And they would say gladly, or give you their number, whatever. And then you go on and you let the person enjoy their dinner and you enjoy the company that you are with, that you came in there with. And that is the way that you do it. But, of course, tact was not somebody's strong suit that we know. So, just thinking about that. And let's see here. So now we are on October 9th. And we are doing, what are we doing here? Discovery page 1494, page 1346. And it's an investigation with a Tamburglar. And it says, assist Frederick PD with MP case, missing person, total time 305, chain of command. Okay, so what are you doing, Tamburglar? Phone interview with Brianne Rue, Watts CPR instructor. Would she get off this? Oh my, okay, knock it off. Why are you so obsessed? Yes, he took CPR training, as anybody would. Oh my word. Okay, okay, so now you interviewed another person who was there with the CPR instructor. Okay, you know what? No. Okay, there's a lot of other things that needed to be looked at. In fact, like the Watts financials, the financial apps on her phone. But no, let's just totally obsess about whether or not you took a CPR class, because that's so relevant. Okay, was that going to be the big smoking gun in the case? Come on. Anyway, oh, Lord. And now it is the synopsis of the whole Tamburglar calling and leaving message for Brianne Rue Sackett to call me, listed as primary instructor, renewal class, blah, 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 blah. I can't. I cannot. I cannot read more about him taking a CPR class, okay? I've already taken my CPR classes, all right? Now, this is a little piece of new information. I asked Rue, I'm assuming it's Rue, it's R-U-E-P, maybe it's Roop, if she recalled what version of Medic First she used for Anadarko employees, and she said no. Roop said she did use videos in Adult Rescue and Dolls. No, they're called Rescue Annie. Oh, she has Recessi Ann dolls. Maybe they've changed it with the new patent, who knows. Roop also explained she would speak to Anadarko employees about oil site safety, which included caring for rattlesnake bites, inclement weather conditions, slippery paths, etc. Well, that's not gonna, help Tamburglar in her obsession about this. So I thanked Root for speaking with me and disconnected the call. Okay, just enough. Enough of that. Enough. Okay. And then this is from Jillian Ganley, approved by Kirby Quinn Lewis, about her help. And what did she do here? Supplemental report. What did you do here? This is listing off everybody. Narrative begins here. Oh no. Let's see here. Okay. Synopsis. On August 14th, 2017. Really? 2017. So what, did you have a crystal ball too? And you said, "Oh, a year from now somebody will be missing." Wow. Didn't even know what year it was. I would have chewed that up if I was the defense attorney and be like, "You don't even know what year it is. And it's not like it's January 2 when we all make that mistake. You don't even know what year it is." I mean, very concerning. I've heard people talk about this, about dates being wrong and stuff. Um, and I've seen it, but I've not seen it like that bad. Because it says right here, on August 14, 2017, CBI investigative analyst Jillian Ganley, issued an endangered missing alert on a missing person investigation on behalf of the Frederick Police Department. The alert was canceled on August 16th, 2018. Oh, so it went for a year and 2 days, ma'am? Is that what you're stating here? Oh my goodness. So the next thing she knows is 2018, and then that one she doesn't. So then action taken on Tuesday, August 14, 2018, at around 11:28 a.m. I received an email from Devin Rhodes at the CIAC, which is the Colorado Information Analysis Center. He included a news article about a missing woman and 2 children in Frederick, Colorado. He wanted to know if we'd seen it and if we were doing anything about it. I told him it not, but this is the same thing. This is literally a duplicate of what we had read. This is exactly it. This is no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna read that. And here, we have this thing that I have a problem with because it says around 2:45 p.m. I received a call from CBI agent Tammy Lee, Tamburglar, who relayed that the dog's hit could not be confirmed and that we could go ahead with an alert. The alert was issued on 8/14/2018 at 3:20. Okay, once again, based on her call that the dog first hit and then the second dog said no, and you go with the no, I believe that if I were the Tamburglar and I was a hotshot CBI agent, I would have said, I don't like that there was a hit here. I don't like it at all. I don't want to rule it out. That's an exit that either she left with so that she was not seen, or bodies were taken out of here. Let's mark this as a crime scene to be dealing with a situation in an overabundance of caution. Done. Period. You do more so that you don't end up with less. Period. That area should have been closed off, checked for fingerprints, you name it. Because Christopher Watts was alone at the home that night, the next day. He could have easily Windexed, whatever, I just don't know how you just ignore that. It's ridiculous. But I'm not the Tamburglar now going around being a subject matter in domestic violence. Of course, she doesn't understand that domestic violence is a two-way street. It is a form of abuse that does not discriminate about gender, national origin, financial status. Domestic abuse is an equal opportunity offender. And she doesn't seem to be able to see that. She wants to sit there and obsess about whether or not he took CPR training. Of course he did. Of course he did. Let's go to the other part and let's make a full report. Okay? What you're going to do is then spend the next 16 hours talking about how he took the CPR course in court. And that's your big gold star moment. I don't know, Tamburglar, you disappoint me. Okay. And so that was just a duplicate there. And, I honestly, out of this 1,960 pages, there are about 20 relevant pages because so much of it is repeat, duplicate, etc., etc. Okay, so now we have Kelly Carmen as a witness. And what do we have here? Name does not ring a bell to me, so let's see what we have here. The Weld County Office of the District Attorney Supplemental Report. Oh, inmate mail, letters 29 through 58. This could get good. I've got my lemon loaf tea. I've upped it to 3 bags of tea because I like a strong tea. And I think this mug I'm using might be like 16 ounces. So you got to figure, like, if you like a strong tea and you put like 2 tea bags in an 8 ounce, you should probably put 4 in for a 16 ounce. But I did 3 with 1 creamer this time. So let's see if this makes the right amount of tea. All right, let's sip the tea. Well, that's it's a good blend. Good blend. A little too watery. I have to get another creamer. I'll be back. Because if we're going to be reading letters, we're going to be spilling the tea here. Yes, we are. Let's see more of the letters that you withheld until after Christopher Watts came back from the sentencing and learned that he would never feel grass. Well, I don't know if they have grass in the field. And you can't even say that he'll never see the light of day again because, they have their outside hours. So it's like all of those, terms that you say about it, just that Christopher Watts will never experience freedom again. And if he did what he may have done to those girls, then he shouldn't. If he flipped out after seeing her doing something to the girls, then there's a whole story here, and all things should be considered, including battered spouse syndrome. So, let's see if this makes the tea a little more. Be right back. Almost ready to sit down and read about 30 letters to you guys. Okay. Let's see. I think we're good. Okay. Supplement is to document the ongoing receipt of mail Watts has been receiving. Since 9/8/18 to 10/16/18, an additional 30 letters have been received during his confinement at NJC. They are labeled as 29 through 58. The letters consisted of personal letters from people asking to be pen pals, several religious quotes and verses, etc. Item number 57 was from a neighbor of Watts, which was forwarded to Detective Baumhofer. While intermittently monitoring Securus Technologies, the recorded inmate calling system, the defendant has not made any calls since my last supplement. Wait. When was her last supplement? Is this saying that he had not made any phone calls in 5 weeks? And that's before his sentencing? And then this does not say if these letters were given to him. And that is my point of contention with the concerns we have. And were only certain letters given to him? Let's see here. All right, who do we have here? Looks like girly writing. And we've got Candace something from Broomfield, Colorado. All right, let's see what Candace wants. Is this Candace as like the other one with Glendis, or Fernandez or whatever that family has. Oh, there's some hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hearts. Heart drawing. You know what? It's like January 19th, and seeing these hearts, like Valentine's Day, and I think I told you guys I got my Valentine's shirt that said, "My Valentine has paws." It's red with black writing. I can't wear it because no one can see it through my big mofo splint, but, you know, I'll hopefully have it off by a couple of days before Valentine's Day so I can go and let everybody know that I'm in a serious relationship with my cat. And seeing these hearts drawn like this remind me of when we we'd make our own Valentine's Day crafts, and you'd make the envelope that would go on the side of your desk for people to put their little Valentines in. That was so fun, and I still have a ton of them from kindergarten. So I have like Valentines from 45 years ago. I know where they are. They're in a box. I should get them out sometime. And that just, like I say, this is very, very nostalgic to see these little drawn hearts. Well, Christopher Watts would know that he was loved in that moment. All right. So, oh, you're shooting a little smiley face too. Little eyeballs and everything, googly eyes. All right, 9/7/18. Hi, Chris. This is Candace again. So I called Weld County Jail and talked to someone, and he said that you would need to add me, but if you don't, to then that's fine. I'll just continue to write letters, lol. Anyway, I hope that you're doing okay. Too, believe it or not, I think about you often. Well, actually, a shit ton, lol. My cousin shared a news story about you on Facebook, and honest to God, I got so upset about the stupid ass comments that a-holes were saying about you. OMG, I was legit mad as hell. HE double hockey sticks. I absolutely do not believe what everyone is saying about you. In my eyes, they're all wrong. Like I've said in my previous letters, that I really, really do care about you. Don't ask me why. Maybe I'm nuts, crazy. Oh, side note, don't say nuts around him. It probably is a trigger because of SW. Don't. Well, not that his nuts, because his nuts were in a jar, but just about the fight with his parents and Nutgate and how that probably, contributed to him just maybe losing his shit one night. Oh, anyway. LOL, Chris, I will stop writing you if you want me to. It's just that I want you to tell me that. I was so hoping that I would have heard from you by now, but nope. And that's okay. Well, not really, LOL. I just want you to know that I believe in you 100%. I want to get to know you so bad. It's not even funny. I know that we do not know one another, but in my heart, I truly want that to change. Please, 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 please add me to your visitation life, and trust me, you will not be sorry. Can we be pen pals? I'm going to your next hearing in November! Exclamation point, exclamation point. I will be there for support. Literally, you're on my mind almost every single day since you were on the news, and I was like, OMFG, I have to meet this man, and I was determined to do that. Trust me when I say this, I do not care what happened or whatever, but I really do care about you. Don't know why, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be that constantly writing you. Hoping that you have been reading them. I mean, I guess one could dream, lol, right? Question mark, question mark. You can call me whenever. I will accept the charges, XCEPT, the charges in a heartbeat, with a heart, BEAT. I am seriously and not even joking. You are very special to me. You have absolutely how much grief, heartache, heart, ACHE. I'm getting every day, every play because I'm literally trying almost every day to make contact with you, and so far I've had 0% no luck. I'm a little embarrassed, but that's okay. As long as I'm writing to you, all my embarrassment literally goes out the window. I don't care what my friends and family think. I really don't. Oh, well, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm hoping that you write me back. I really do. Take care of yourself, and I will continue to send you letters for as long as it takes. 720, redacted, Candace Dose. Always, heart, Candace, heart. This is really speaking to confirming that he did not get the mail, like his mother said, that he said he did not get one letter, he did not get anything. He thought that everybody was against him and that nobody would support him if he went to trial, and that was a calculated move, absolutely a calculated move. Oh, looks like this is another one from our friend Candace. It's 9918. Hey, what's up? I hope all is well. It's Sunday, September 10th or the 9th, lol. I've lost track of days here lately. Anyway, I'm just getting ready for work, 3 to 9 p.m. I'm kind of a manager, like shift lead at Subway, lol. My job is like, okay, I guess, lol. It's a job, right? I hope you've been getting all of my letters. I guess one can only hope, right? I'm gonna guess that by your silence, you don't want to talk to me. But that's okay because I swear to God, I won't stop. Candace is doing something here because Candace is letting us know that he's not getting his letters. What else does he have to do other than, like, have a pen pal? Why wouldn't he? Why would he not? Right? Um, Let me see. I'll write down these dates because 9, 10. Um, why wouldn't he write back? Why wouldn't he? He's a nice guy, he's obliging, he's a people pleaser. He has nothing to do other than stare at walls. Why wouldn't he just write to somebody so that then you get a letter back? It's I'm of the age where we had pen pals, and regular pen pals, like you meet somebody on vacation or whatever, or the way we used to find pen pals, actually, like really literally pen pals, pen pal sites, so that you could just write to somebody and tell them about your life and their life, and some pen pals met, and it was kind of a cool thing. I think that this is relevant, very relevant, in what Cindy Watts said. And what Cindy Watts said is about what several of us believe, is that nobody listened to him. Nobody ever listened to what Christopher Watts had to say. Nobody ever wanted to hear his side of the story. Does his side of the story bring back them and undo everything? Absolutely not. But does it tell a story so that we can understand what truly happened, so that there's more awareness about what happens when you put somebody under an alarming amount of stress? And what can we do about that kind of stress to prevent family annihilators? All right. And she's feeling rejected right about now because she says, I hope you've been getting all of my letters. I guess one can hope, right? I'm going to guess that by your silence, you don't want to talk to me. Frown. But that's okay because I swear to God, I won't stop till you write me back at least one time. LMAO. All I want is to be your friend, and honest to God, I can legit say that this till I'm blue in the face for real. When I send my next letter, I'll also send a pic of me. So that way, you can see who's been contacting you this entire time. I would, triple heart, to come visit you sometime if it's okay with you. Like I had said before that, I'll be at your next hearing on November 19th at 10:30 in District 16, right? Just had a little mishap with my daughter, LOL. She got super mad at me because I wouldn't let her play with my phone to play Roblox Fortnite, and she started to throw a huge as fit, throwing her normal daily temper tantrum and starting kicking my table that I had my wax warmer on. Oh my god. This demon child just wasted some Scentsy? What the F? Okay. Uh, anyway, call an exorcist. Had my wax warmer on it, and of course that fell off the table and was directly on my phone. Grr. I was hella mad, LMAO, but it's still all good. She can use her iPad from here on out. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go for now. I'll write another letter in a few days. And then it's got a smiley face with eyes and eyelids and a nose. Love always, Candace D. from Broomfield, Colorado. So, just think about this because I love my Scentsy stuff. I can't afford it. It's very costly to have your home not smell like a foot and ass. But when I do indulge, I'm sparing with my Scentsy. I wish I would have been a Scentsy representative so that everything would just smell wonderful. But their big thing is they prevent fires. As much as you like to say that, you'll light a candle and you won't leave the room or whatever, you do. You forget. It just happens. And then what? A cat or dog knocks it over, a kid pulls on the tablecloth and it pulls over and sets everything on fire. This would have been a big fire, if they had not been using like a Scentsy thing. I mean, so this is a testament, and then Candace's letter and everything would have went up in flames. So since he's saving lives, guys. Um, Let me see here. I just love the warmers too, and it's really hard not to buy them because the warmers have become so beautiful. You know what I mean? I'm gonna write. Where is Broomfield in relationship to where the ring would be? I'm just wondering how far this chick is gonna go and drive. But it's like sad that he was like single before and couldn't get a girlfriend because now the ladies really want him. And I mean, what does that say? I mean, that says that he's not a bad looking guy, that, even with the worst case scenario, there's other women who would have liked him. He just probably never put himself out there. He just probably had low self esteem and didn't know how to talk to the ladies. And all right. So, we got a Weld County jail letter, inmate, blah, 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 Watts, to Greeley, P.O. Box. We got somebody, oh, the Hawaii girl. Oh, yeah, she's from Colorado and she's living in Hawaii. Oh, she's sending a postcard. What does this say? In Maui. It's like a postcard, very beautiful. In black and white, from what I can see. That's very nice. Send that. And let's see here what she says. Oh, so it is a postcard that so she put a postcard inside of an envelope, looks like. Because the postcard isn't marked up and it had, the writing on the outside. So it says, Chris, those two buildings called the Whaler, a total monstrosity, is the resort property that I book. Boring job, LOL. However, my actual office is located in, looks like Kahana, Kahana, Kahana? And it says, away from the tourists, with a smiley face. The beach is nice, though. Lots of sharks. Just a few. Kidding. ... Oh. And then, let's see here. And then another postcard of Maui. And it says here, so Chris, this beautiful little valley neighborhood is about a 15-minute drive from where I live in the upper west side of Maui. They like making banana bread there for some reason. Can I mail some to you? P.S. No Kaio means the best. I make a lot of banana bread there. I love making banana bread. I just put my ripe bananas straight in the freezer in their peel, and then I get them out when I want to make some banana bread. Now it says September 7th, 18. Hey Chris, it's Friday, and I just wanted to touch base with you this week. I really feel like I need to tell you things are going to be okay. I know you must have 1,000 things on your mind right now, but truly know you can have a positive outcome to what lies ahead of you. I promise God can turn this around for you in ways you just can't even imagine. Just trust in Him. Because I too have been in some pretty bad situations, and once I surrendered it over to Jesus and kind of just gave up because there wasn't anything I could do at that point, things had a way of being okay. Like I said in my letter last week, you are a kind, decent man, and right now, please don't give up on yourself. You have a voice, you have rights. Hopefully, your mind is sharp and your heart is tender. There are people that believe in you. Just please don't give up. Okay, enough preaching. Here are some things going on. I'm sending a couple of postcards so you can see where I live. Like I said earlier, there is some hard parts to living on Maui. Geesh, if only people knew. My favorite all-time place to visit so far has been New Zealand. Oh, how I wish I could live there. It's a cross between Colorado and Hawaii. Pure heaven. Side note, the people that live in New Zealand are referred to as Kiwis. Alright, let's see. I dream of visiting Switzerland, Norway, and Sweden. I do too, ma'am. Do you want to be my friend and we can go? You pay. How about that? No, that's me talking, sorry. As far as local news, we are due for another hurricane this coming week. Olivia. So that would be the hurricane must be named Olivia. I didn't believe it, but I guess I have to be prepared. Damn, I'm just happy if I don't have to go to work. LOL. Did you ever have to experience hurricanes at all? They definitely can be a little scary. Growing up in Colorado toughened me up, I guess. Blizzards, lightning, high winds, oh, and mountain lions. I don't watch any TV if I can help it, but I do like YouTube and documentaries. Ah, smart girl. Things that make you laugh. Yes, like Seinfeld. My fave, I can't stand politics either. If I can go one day without seeing Trump's face or hear about his rants, then that's a good day. However, I did go to a Bernie Sanders rally at CSU in Fort C back in 2016, which was incredible with an underlining. Cool guy. Side note, did you guys see the meme? My little friend at Hot Ham Radio sent me the meme where it has the Bernie Sanders out with the gloves sitting behind Nancy Grace with the gloves. It's a hilarious meme because people are very mad that Nancy Grace did a broadcast from in front of the Moscow scene of the crime, Idaho 4. Yep. So she did look a lot like how Bernie Sanders did sitting out there in his mittens. So thank you at Hot Ham Radio out there for sending me that funny meme. I appreciate humor. Right now I'm listening to Crosses. It's a band with the lead singer from Deftones. It's definitely more laid back, but I love his voice. He also has another side project called Palms, which I love too. Lately I've been watching Nine Inch Nails on YouTube, their Austin City Limits concert. Wow. But I listen to pretty much everything except pop. I can't stand it. How about you? Can I send you any music or books on tape to listen to? I just now went to the Weld County website and see that there isn't anything stating that you're not allowed music or books. Or at least I didn't see anything noted. Side note, look at how much trouble he got into for having a book that his counselor gave him and stated in the notes that was allowed to have because he wasn't on any of these things. Then we see it gets taken away. Or was it put in there inappropriately that he got that from his counselor and then it was taken away and then a note had to be put in there saying he's not on any behavior, he can have it. Anyway, I do see where I can not send stamps or envelopes so that you can write me back if you wanted to. Oh well, I made that mistake in the recording where I corresponded with Barry Lucatus, who was the school shooter at the junior high in the town in which I grew up. And I corresponded with him and read the letters on a recording, like I say, Letters with Barry. And I thought, I should send paper and stamps and stuff because how is he going to get that stuff? Oh, it was bad. My stuff was sent back with this big red stamp, and it said that, I could have gotten the inmate in trouble and blah, 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 blah. I had no idea. Like, goodness sakes. They take that stuff seriously. Now it says, however, I'm totally happy to accept a collect call if you need someone to talk to. 808, then it's redacted. And I hope the jail is offering you some counseling too. And of course, your family and friends are here for you, and me too, for the long haul. You know what, ma'am? He wasn't getting any of it. He didn't think anybody was there for him. And then now an asterisk. I've not told anyone I'm writing to you. It's none of their business. I promise confidence and support if you need it. I just want to give you some hope. Capitals. Tomorrow will be a better day. Your friend. And I think it says Janelle. Or Janelle. She goes with the P.O. box and it doesn't say her name on it. So it says something. Now we've got something from Airmail with no return letter, no return address. Oh, from Australia? Is this from our friend in the land down under? Did he send some Vegemite sandwich? I don't know. Let's see. Nope, it's a Kate. Kate Sterling. Kate Sterling. This is South Melbourne, Australia. 3137. Looks like a postcard, maybe? Australia 3137. Oh. Just a picture of a girl. Pretty lady. It's Christopher Watts's type. She's got long black hair. But it's longer. Just a basic pretty girl. And it says Christopher Lee Watts. Oh, here she is. Raising a glass. The picture. And it says Christopher Lee Watts. Blank pages here. Okay, now it says, Dear Chris, for days I've had an overwhelming feeling to sit down and write to you. We obviously don't know each other, but my name is Kate, and I'm writing to you from Australia. Oh, I wonder if I should put my Australian accent on. Oh. Maybe, hold on, I see. Okay, let's go. Dear Chris, for days I've had an overwhelming feeling to sit down and write to you. We obviously don't know each other, but my name is Kate, and I'm writing to you from Australia. I truly hope that I, in this letter, find you eventually. Well, I've never done this before, and to be honest, I sat with this feeling for some time. I just can't seem to process the fact that you're sitting there all alone. I'm hoping you're not completely alone and that you have some family support. I won't lie, I've seen the news, but it's not my reason for writing to you. You honestly have one of the kindest faces I've ever seen. I don't even know you, Yet I don't want to feel alone. I want you to feel alone. You also very much remind me of someone that I used to know. You can do as you please with this letter. Of course, I would love to hear from you, talking about whatever you wish to. But if for some reason you feel you are unable to write, then I'll completely understand that, too. I've included a photo of me so you can put a face to the name. Maybe then I won't feel like such a stranger to you. I'm from Melbourne in Australia. I'm 35 years old and have pretty much traveled the world. As much as I've loved it, I think Australia will always be my home for me. I'm an executive assistant to a CEO who's always over in Denver for business. Funnily enough, it's somewhere I've always wanted to visit. It really does look beautiful over there. It's the strangest thing writing to someone who up until this point didn't even know you existed. Not really sure where to write too much, I could say, or maybe too little. As I've already explained, the thought of someone feeling alone doesn't sit right with me. We're only human. We need love and contact in some form or another. I could only hope that someone would care enough to do the same for me. I've just wanted to give you some form of contact from the outside world and just maybe give you the smallest amount of comfort, Chris. The hard part in not knowing is if this letter will ever even mail its way to you, and not knowing if you'll be able to reply, or even if you'll want to. It's going to take at least a couple of weeks to get over to the States, that much I do know. I have all the time in the world to talk to you if you want to hear about the outside world from a complete stranger on the other side of the world. But until then, you will be in my thoughts, and I do hope to hear from you someday soon. Be strong, Chris. Kate. Well, that was my best Aussie voice. It was kind of like maybe like a little demented UK. But really, Australia is where the UK sent its prisoners. So Australia was started from the UK of prisoners. They say Australia really interesting. It's like Australia. They say it really like they don't say Australia. It's Australia. Australia. But not Austria, but it's like Australia. I love Australian accents. I've been to Melbourne. That's where, when I was crossing that cobble street, the man screamed out asking me how much. Like, because apparently he thought I was a prostitute. I don't have any idea why he would have thought that. Not my fault that I have an ample bosom. I'm a big breasted American female, and that does not mean that I am a prostitute by nature. And also, if you're in Australia, please know that they do not obey pedestrian things. You watch out for cars because they will not stop for you. I thought it was the same way as it is in America, where you start because they have to stop for you. You're a pedestrian. And, they don't want a big bloody hood ornament. So they're going to stop, right? Not in the land down under, okay? They will run you over on a cobble street without even thinking twice. I mean, it is very, very scary crossing the street there. They do have really good yogurt there. And my favorite brand of yogurt is Noosa, and it's from Australia. All right. Okay. This is in some weird ass typewriter stuff that is really tough to read. Let me see if I can use why is my magnifying glass not showing it? What is going on with that? Um, it's on my magnifying glass. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe? No. Let's see. Um, let's see here. I can get another magnifying glass, or maybe the glasses will do it. I don't know why they did this weird font for this. Super small font. Kind of a freaking weirdo did this. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm not sure if this is allowed, and it's fine. If not, and you if not, you talk trash, fine letter, but it was worth a attempt. I'm in Mississippi. Maybe it says, and if you throw this in the trash, whatever. I can't. Um, it's like, it says something like, my reason for contacting you, blah, 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 blah. Christopher to read. However, someone can reach him, perhaps will counteract the obvious something surrounding him at this time. Why did you pick such a small font? Thank you. Many thanks for your time, Michael White. Okay, and then like there's a second letter from him. I can't read this. It says something about it's all about God. It's like saying that hi Christopher Watts, my name is Michael White. I live in Southern Mississippi. I'm 49 years old, married with teenage children, 18-year-old and 17-year-old twin boys. I'm a Christian and I'm a worship leader at my local church. Obviously, and then doesn't say that. More to be a husband and a father, fully aware that only God. I mean, it's this very small font. I can't see where my glasses are. I need my glasses to find out where my glasses are. Oh. I apologize. I just can't read this. The gist of it is that this man is giving him comfort with the Lord. And we know that Christopher Watts did really go in that direction to that end where he sought comfort through religion, and I'm very glad that he was allowed a Bible. It's just saying that, that he should confess to God and believe that God, and that he'll be praying for him, especially on November 18th, 19th. God bless Michael White. You gotta do bigger fonts, sir. Okay, now we have here the religious publication by Doors Studio, Living Cross Prison Ministries in Peralta, New Mexico. And it says, I can't read the font that it has. It's of a person kneeling, and then something in another. Oh, so it's a religious card. It's like a Bible card. Couple. It says Sigurado. And salvation. So they must have printed some pamphlets that they send to prisoners. And part of it is in Spanish and part of it is in English. And it's in blurry kind of small font as well. So it looks like they sent him like maybe 10 prayer cards, prayer things. I would love to be a part of prison ministries. That's what I should do. Wonder how you sign up. Okay, it looks like they sent him like 20 of these. 20? 30? 40? Oh my. And it's like, don't give in Victoria. Oh, it has a scary ass thing. It's like Satan's El Tentador, and it's this scary ass devil thing. Oh shit! No wonder that Christopher Watts was saying that he was seeing the devil. So he sent in this scary ass prayer card with this drawing of the devil. Looks like something that a Jehovah's Witness pamphlet would leave on your door. The scariest thing, and it had claws and everything. Okay, more and more of those. I mean, I'm so glad that they sent these to him, but I just can't read them. They're all like, I think on the back they have like a questionnaire or maybe words for insight. Oh, more of them, more of them. And it says Jehovah is a pastor. And then it's got this two-headed thing or a couple people in one person's head and correction. And then, is that Tweety Bird? Hi, Tweety Bird. The majority of this is in Spanish. So I'm sure that Christopher Watts was like, I suppose I have a few years to translate this. Thank you. Let's see here. All right. And more of them. I mean, they sent a freaking buttload of these. Maybe they sent like a big old package, like a manila envelope with 30 to 50 of these prayer cards or pamphlets. I love pamphlets. I hoard pamphlets. You know, like when I go to the doctor's office or really anywhere that has pamphlets. I love pamphlets. I don't know why. Oh my goodness, they continue and they continue and they continue. And they continue. And they continue. And none of them were given to him. And then it's like, stuff about, well, that's the thing, is like, did they not know that he was, the English was, I don't know if this is Porales, New Mexico. Maybe it's Porales, maybe. Yeah, I mean, all of it's in Spanish. Like, all these prayer cards are. Okay, now, yeah. Maybe Porales. I think there is something like called Porales, New Mexico, right? But it looks like it's like Peralla. Maybe Perella, New Mexico? I don't know. Oh, no, there's more of them. Well, what do you know? It's going to look like I really made some progress when we see the pages that I got through here, because all of these are scanned in. Okay. And a clown? Me? Who? Yes, you. Salvation, Holy Spirit's indwelling. So some of it's in English, some of it's in Spanish. Wow, they sent him a lot of stuff. You know, and if he had nothing else to read and he was allowed to get this because they wouldn't let him have books, then that's awesome. And this one says, don't give in. It's like victory. Oh, and then it has a Satan again. Okay, so this is a duplicate. They've sent the Satan thing twice. The church. Oh, man, let me see here. I'm telling you, there's only like 20 pages. This discovery could have been 20 freaking pages. You know, so these are like these prayer cards. I remember I really liked those box prayer cards that they used to have. Like they were in a box and you'd get one out each day. I think from my evil narcissist grandmother would get them from the Lutheran church and give us each a box on Easter, I think. She got kicked out of the church she'd went to for like 50 years because they hired a lesbian for their new pastor, and she was very, very disgusted. So they told her to go find a different church. Kind of funny. And she had watered the plants there. I used to go with her to water the plants. Kind of fun being in the church when nobody's there, watering the plants. So, here's this, and it's called Your First 6 Days in Hell. Alright? And it's kind of blurry, but it's like, most violations include an internally you have an idea of what you arrive at yours I do, blah, 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 projected. I don't know. Oh, and then it goes through day 1. Well, let me guess. It goes through all 6 days of your first 6 days in hell? Well, then Little Pete's smile. Okay. I can't go to hell because I have a problem with the heat. I have to continue to beg for salvation every day because I can't stand heat at all. Let me see here. Only one who will soon be post, only one who's done for Christ will last, okay? Let me see. Oh my gosh, this goes on and on. This. Prisoners praying for prisoners, okay? And then oh, I love this. Because it's so it's for 2019 and it's to read the Bible daily. And so it says, and it's I can't read it, but it shows you no, I guess it doesn't. There's a way that people put out there to be able to do it all in a year and say like where to start, what to do. Okay. Now we have Lynn Mossing, Mosseng, Mossing. She's got a P.O. box in Elm City, North Carolina. How many people went out and got P.O. boxes just for the sole purpose of corresponding with Christopher Watts? Because they all knew that someday this would be happening and people are looking through it and they didn't want to get all the hate, and if they did, it'd be going to a P.O. box, not giving out their address, or they didn't want any of the prisoners knowing their address. So let's see here. And then how long would you keep that post office? Because you just never know when he's going to write back. Okay, let's see here. Oh, and you can't even see it. It is scanned in. It is like pencil, and there's no way to read it. It is so light. It looks like it's a friendly letter, but there's no way to read that. And then what do we have here? This is all blacked out. Somebody with nice handwriting. Let's see. Oh, it's a Ezekiel 18:20 through 22. Hello, Chris. I just thought I'd write again. I would like to share my testimony with you. October 3rd, 2013, 7 p.m. My son was sitting on the porch and yelled for me to go down and look at something. So when I got outside, there was a huge round white ball above the mountains. I don't know what that word is. I was freaking out. Bad. As we were watching it, 45 minutes, it was shooting things out of backside and the bottom Not sure what, but they, something disappeared, slowly disappeared. Remember, it lasted 45 minutes as those were leaving. The round and white ball turned gold. Then it turned into a perfect square, and then it slowly disappeared. Well, it was at a loss. We all we see where no one seen this but my family and our neighbor wasn't something Christ, sexting Christ, I don't know at that time. But I tell you what, I ran. Okay. I ran into the guest bedroom and got on my knees and I prayed and prayed. I couldn't eat or sleep for 2 weeks. UFO, ma'am? What was it? I kept asking the Lord after repeating and farting. Maybe fasting. Please, Father, tell me what that was. It is scary. After the second week, he said, it was me. I was dropping off my angels to wake my I don't know what that word is. Question mark, question mark, question mark, literally. I had no clue what elect was. Okay, because it says to wake my elect. And she says, I had no clue what elect was or who. Yeah, I don't know either. Dropping off the angels to wake up the elect. So now it says. So I started reading my Bible and studying prophecy. It's been 5 years. And now I know it is the special ones. The ones that live clean and serve him with all their hearts and all their soul and their minds. Since all that repenting and serving Christ, these last 5 years, I've gone through things that I can't explain. But after all this, I know there is a God, and I know Jesus is real. If you want to know about all the something, well, all the maybe things I've seen and gone through, please let me know. We don't have to talk about what happened. I just want to be here for you as a friend and a sister in Christ. Please write me back. I'd love to hear from you. If you don't, I will continue to write unless you reject the next one. I will stop, okay? Blessings and peace to you, my friend. Always. Ruby. I think it says Ruby. Looks like it says Ruby. Well, Ruby saw something in the sky, folks. I had a vision. It was like really weird one, very similar to this. And I was like almost waking up, but like it was like a dream, but more like a vision. And it showed like the sky and like there were gold trumpets. And it started just like printing words across the sky, like directions as to what to do. Like, and I talked to my physical therapist, she's very, very spiritual. I came in there, I told her, I was like, you know what? This is what I saw as I was waking up. And I was like, this is how I think it's going to be. We are going to hear the trumpets, and then there's going to be words in the sky that are explaining what to do during rapture. She's like, oh, I don't think the rapture is going to be that peaceful, but okay, we can. me tell you one thing, more people are dying than ever before. I don't know what is going on, but everybody is dying. Or I'm at that age now where people start saying that and thinking that because you know more people, I guess, as you're older. You're younger, you don't know. I mean, it seems like celebrities and everything. People are just, I guess they're being called. All right. Now, let's see. Who do we have here? Oh, Blahahini, hi, Hawaii. It's our Hawaiian friend again. September 14th. Hello, Chris. Today is Friday and wanted to send this letter off to you. I'm getting in a groove, and this is really hard to read too. It's scanned really crappily. And it says, I'm getting in a groove of writing to you every Friday. Wondering how long it usually takes before it's in your hands. I'm guessing 10 to 14 days. You never know about mail here in Hawaii. It's a mystery. Yeah, I know. As I sell things on eBay when it goes to Hawaii. I'm like, oh, make sure to insure it because you're going to end up needing the insurance, and so am I because it's going to get lost. I'm just going to tell you. And it's going to be on Hawaii time. It's not priority time. It is Hawaii time. It's a thing. It's island time. So anyway, how are you holding up? I can only hope that your family and friends are rallying behind you no matter what. I pray that each day gets a little easier for you, and I hope to be support for you. I was watching something on YouTube about how powerful our brain is once you switch your thoughts to what is good. Yes, our salvation may not be, I don't know what that word is, but we still have control of our thoughts and imagination. Imagine the best possible outcome, future or goal. Why not? It's better than thinking what's the most horrible outcome, right? But that takes discipline. Think positive, happy thoughts. I really think you're going to get through this just fine. And I'm totally saying a prayer for you. Hey, miracles happen. Just read about something in the New Testament. Maybe Paul? I don't know. I can't tell what that word says. All I know for sure is that Jesus forgives everything and can give us a new heart, and he gives us hope. Hopefully today is the day that you receive some good news, a glimmer of hope that it's not as bad as it seems. Now on to other news. I know you are from North Carolina, and as I write this, they are getting pummeled by the hurricane. Phew. Heavy? Oh, heavy. I wonder why they get something so hit so hard when we're sitting in the middle of the Pacific with nothing around us here in Hawaii. Yet our hurricanes never really do much damage. As a matter of fact, we had one 2 days ago, Olivia, and it mostly was rain, flooding. Must be the water temperature since it's so warm there. Anyway, I hope your family in North Carolina is safe. Man, I love weather. I think that's what it says. I miss a good blizzard. Yeah, okay, so it just says, man, I love weather. I miss a good blizzard. Hunkering down and riding the storm. See, that's me too. I love a good blizzard. Oh, I love it. Hunkering down and riding the storm out. Not sure if you received my last letter with the 2 postcards, but this one with the little village is in the valley. They totally got flooded with the last storm. Crazy. Raging flash floods, but no one with something, thankfully. Maybe no one hurt within, thankfully. I don't know. Okay, I have a joke for you from my Amazon Echo. How do you wake up Lady Gaga? LOL. Doesn't say the joke. I don't know what that means. So it looks like I will not be making back to Colorado anytime soon as I had hoped. My daughter is planning on moving back home to Maui with my grandson 1 year, so I better stay put to help them out. They're currently in LA. However, my goal is to eventually move back to Colorado. That's my home. Maybe at some point I could visit you and we could actually meet. Like I said before, I feel the need to support you emotionally and mentally. And it says, and something, but I don't know what that says. You do not have to go through this alone. I know I'm just a random lady from Hawaii, but still, I offer friendship and support. Now, the asterisk to How Do You Wake Up Lady Gaga says, poker face. Because you know Lady Gaga sang that song, poker face. She was such an enigma when she came out. Just this blonde with no expression singing Poker Face, this really catchy song, and you're like, what's her story? She has these eyes that have so much to say, but they're blank in the same right. It was really weird. Then everybody said that she had a penis. And then I think it was Dave Letterman who looked her right in the eye in the interview and said, so rumors are out that you have a penis. She sat there like she was eating a cracker. She looks at him and she's like, so what? So what if I do? What if I do have a penis? She sits there and stares at him until he like looks down. He's like, all right. Well, okay. Okay. And then he just moved on. She was like, yeah, I'm a freaking boss. Maybe I do have a freaking dick. Who knows? All right. I didn't know that Amazon Echo could tell you a joke. Oh, anyway. All these people are saying that I'm writing, you're not writing back. I'm writing, you're not writing back. That's because he was not getting these letters. If he was knowing that all these ladies were writing him and telling him that, you know, people are seeing and feel a connection to support him, to tell him that, you know what, they still support him unconditionally, that there are people to love and support him unconditionally, you can't tell me that wouldn't have made a difference and he would have felt like maybe he had a chance in telling the truth, the story, whatever, to fight, to go to trial. He had nothing to lose. So now she says, I understand that you cannot write me back or call if you ever wanted to. So I'm just going to keep touching base and reminding you that there are people on your side. Me. I feel that there is an incredible miracle around the corner for you. So it's interesting that she writes this because she says, I understand that you cannot write me back or call if you ever wanted to. So was he put somewhere where he was not allowed to write or call? And she called to check because she was like, why aren't you writing me back? Yeah, weirdo. Okay, now it says, please do not give up. And then there's something about how are the Tar Heels? Something, I don't know. She writes, please do not give up. On a side note, because I love football, of course, I love it says like, oh, the CU Bulls. But I also love Cornhuskers, and I couldn't believe that CU actually beat Nebraska last week. What? 33 to 28. Wow. All on Sunday. It's Broncos. Oh, it says maybe also on Sunday is Broncos versus Raiders. My coworker is a Raiders fan, so it's been interesting, and I have $100 bet my team will kick their butts. Wish me luck. And then it says, okie dokie, get some good sleep, get these thoughts on the right track, might take some discipline, but you can do this, my dear. Stay the course, and God will bless you. Your friend. And I just don't know what that name is. I mean, I think it might be Janelle, because it's like a weird squiggle, and then a something, and then L. I think it's Janelle, but I don't know. And there's no name on the outside. Where's the return address? And then we have the Arbuckle, Brighton, Colorado. We have this chick again, the subway chick, right? Oh, well, there's a picture of her, and I think that she looks like a chick that I've seen on 90 Day Fiance, who's dating Usman now. Yes, Usman's second round with 90 Day Fiance. It says, "This is me, Ruby, your friend and sis in Christ." Oh, okay, that's Ruby. Okay, so she's not the one trying to horn on him from Subway, right? Okay, so hi again. I didn't want to leave you in suspense. After all that happened, October 3rd, 2013, 7 p.m., and the Lord told me that it was Him leaving His angels to wake His elect. Boy, did I go through many, many changes. I prayed again and asked Father, what was that did I see? It was this new something and Pearlgate. It was this new generation or something, and Pearlgate with the Stitons. I did something, one of the new Jesus home. It's 150,000 miles high, long, and width, which is a cub, two gats, I don't know. And then she did this drawing, looks like a cornhole game, and then it says like stones on 12 levels, and it says it's not exactly a cube, but I tried. Then it shows stones for every tribe. And it says, I'm not a good artist. And my writing sucks. Sorry. Well, it's not your writing, it's how it's scanned, but okay, Ruby. And then it says, so it turns out we got a huge treat that day. The new Jerusalem will come down after the tribulation with Jesus, and all of us that chose to serve Him and repent to something and forgive, maybe serve and begin with Christ. But before that happens, the harp, HARPAZD, harpist, which is the rapture. Yeah, rapture scares me. Is going to take place. Those saints, us, will be caught up in the clouds after the dead in Christ rise first and go up. The more I study, the more it's all making sense. Well, things are getting strange. Stranger by the day. With something rumors of what? Something in prayers. In earth. In something. It's as something days of Noah. I forgot to ask you. I bet you already know a lot of what I'm talking about regarding the Bible, right? If not, it's okay. I can teach you a lot. Till next time, okay? I will tell you about a visit I had by an angel. I hope you believe me, but till next time. Blessings, Chris Watts, your friend and sis in Christ Jesus. P.S. If you don't want to hear from me, please write on a paper and send it. No more. Thanks anyway. Can you do that for me, please? Everybody is doing this and they're writing. They're like, what? If you don't want this, then say something. Why are you, allowing this? Okay, now Hawaii Girl is back. I wish that I could see what your name was, ma'am. And she's got a P.O. box too. She doesn't want a bunch of weirdos coming at her. Because then, like I say, they had the worst scanner or whatever. So now it says, yes, sorry, this was my first letter to you. I had included a return envelope with a stamp that I didn't know wasn't allowed. Oh, something. Yeah, because that's what happens. It gets sent back and a big rubber stamp and red writing, and it's like, don't you ever think of doing something horrible like that again. Anyway. It says, hello, Chris. I just wanted to write and say hello and introduce myself. I know you're going through a tough time right now, and I hope this letter gives you hope. I currently live in Hawaii on the island of Maui, but I'm from Longmont originally. I used to be a professional snowboarder back in the day and moved here in 2005. As I write this, we are currently in the middle of a hurricane, so no work today. Equivalent to a good old snow day, lol. The media has built it up to be this hype. Crazy storm. Or huge crazy storm, but only getting a little rain. So anyway, a little about me. I work for a vacation rental company, and we have about 20 condos we rent. You know what I think that means? I think it's a timeshare. I think that she does timeshare presentations. I don't think it's a rent. I think it's that you rent your week or buy your week. I think that this is a nice word for I sell timeshares. You like ladies who sell things, right? Well, selling timeshares and being able to live in Maui, that's not a bad deal. Maybe that's what I should do. Well, running a prison ministry. All right. So, it's a pretty boring job. I absolutely love the Broncos, and my favorite music includes Deftones, Jane's Addiction, Filter and Stick Figure reggae. I'm a single mother with a daughter, and I also have a baby grandson. I'm hoping to move back to Colorado in the next 6 months. I lived in Aspen, Snowman's Village, for about 10 years and call that area home. Man, she's a professional snowboarder. She's got the moves. She's got the moves like Jagger. My goal in reaching out to you is to hopefully form a pen pal relationship and give you something to do, and maybe look forward to receiving my letters. I'm an optimistic person and try to find good in a situation. I'm sure that deep down you are a wonderful, interesting, and decent man. I like humor and jokes and know firsthand that a good, hearty laugh can lift your spirits. I'd be happy to send you funny and interesting articles and pictures. You must be bored. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I've included a return envelope, paper, and hope to hear back from you anytime. I put a couple of pictures from my town so you can see where I live. I write to you in confidence and promise to keep it that way. Know that I'm saying a prayer for you and everyone else, and you will get through this. And there's an arrow to turn it over. And it says, I have to say, I feel like I've met you before. Maybe in Longmont or Aspen. Were you ever over here in Maui recently? So strange, but I feel we've crossed paths somewhere. In any case, I'm happy to be some support for you. Okay, take care, and aloha for now, your friend. Laurel? Maybe it's Laurel. Laurel? Maybe that's an L. Or is it Jorel? And it says, do they let you have a TV? Do you need books to read or magazines? Or even a Bible? Let me know, and I will send them things to you. I'm on your side. Everyone needs someone in their corner. Now it says, oh, so it looks like maybe it's another inmate, a Ron Bryant or something. from something medical center, P.O. Box in North Carolina? Federal Medical Center? Something. I don't know. Mr. Christopher Watts, North Complex. Inmate letter. Oh, and it says Psalm 51:1. Okay, that all says that on the outside of the envelope. Oh, and he has very fancy writing. Oh, wow. Every letter is like a little portrait of its own. September 12, 2008. Page 1. Wednesday, 9 a.m. FMC, something, North Carolina. Let's see what it says, what town that was in North Carolina. Yeah, I can't see that either. They have the crappiest scanner. I mean, it says like Chester, North Carolina, maybe? Dear Mr. Watts, what are the chances that you may get this letter? I am unsure of that, yet I had to write to you and let you know that Christ will never leave you. Forgiveness and mercy is what built the cross he died on for you, and I am sure you know of this man I speak of, and would encourage you at this hour in your life to reach out to him. Ask your local pastor to visit with you and pray with this pastor. Then it says 2, so page 2, September 12, 2008, Wednesday at 9 a.m. This person, like, most beautiful handwriting. Honestly, like, maybe they wrote letters for somebody professionally, because just beautiful, beautiful handwriting. Not like mine. Mine's terrible. FMC. Maybe it does say Rutner, North Carolina. Mr. Watts, I pray for you on this day, and for your. And it's the same person, but on page 2, it's a whole different letter apparently to them. I've still written a few and then done that. Mr. Watts, I pray for you on this day, and I pray for your family as you move through this, the darkest hour of your life. Reach out to Christ and know this. This is written in bullet form. He will hear your prayer. He will offer you forgiveness. He will never leave you. His grace and mercy endureth forever. You are welcome to respond to my declaration. For your maybe it says comments are welcome. Speak to your mother and father when time permits. In Christ. Maybe it says Nancy. Oh, in Christ's name. Maybe Ron Bryant? Something? Yeah, he should be talking to his parents, but they won't let him, and they are holding all of this mail. Every single person is saying this. So now this thing comes from Harmony, Pennsylvania, maybe. And they've got it, they did this right. It was Christopher Watts, inmate, Bullitt County Jail. They have that in this paragraph, and this I can't read because it is really soft written in a pencil or something, and just says something like, Mr. Watts, something in why you getting mail from, maybe it says, maybe it's like this. Maybe it says, you'll bet you're wondering why you're getting mail from whatever. Where does it say? Armstrong, Pennsylvania. I don't know. And he can't see what it says. Can't see any of this. It does say something like something fighting. I don't know. Can't see it at all. Then it goes, I will go on something. Eating and drinking himself to death. I don't know. Something about something doing that. My mother, may she forever rest in peace. Something. So this person is kind of pouring out their soul to them. But I can't read it. It's just really super small, and lightly written and scanned in terribly. And now we've got something in a card from Tucson, Arizona. Honestly, like I say, if he knew that all of these letters were coming from all over the world and across the United States and people wanted to hear his story, he would have. It says, please give to Chris Watts. I hope the story of the father can comfort him. Okay? And there's some smudges and scratches on a piece of paper and it says nothing. Then it says, please something giving Chris Watts the envelope or something with the feather. Something me. They, to me, they represent SH something. I have no idea. Oh, Shanann. That's what she wrote. Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico is in letter thanks. Something, 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 something. Okay? I don't know what that is. I don't know. And then another from the Tucson, Arizona. So that's just a scanned in envelope. Looks like an elderly person wrote it. So now we got this other one. Okay, so now it says, Dear Chris, it has been 2 weeks since the demise of your beautiful family. I have watched the video Shanann put on the internet, defining your love for each other, and your sweet Bella and Cece. Your family and friends this is just all boggled together, so let me see here. What can I do to try to be able to decipher this? Maybe this will help. A ruler under it. The demise of your beautiful family. I have watched the video Shanann put on the internet, defining your love for each other and your sweet Bella and Cece. Your family and friends are not the only people who feel such incredible sadness. I can't get the something out of my mind. Many are suffering something more than me. It was difficult to believe this could ever have happened. I want to believe you to feel lost and lonely and have regrets. Chris, there is no way you can change what you did. However, I encourage you to take something, full responsibility. Something, your confession to your family. If you can face your families for forgiveness, it would be a step forward. I am certain you are not even understanding what your thinking was. I've read about personality defects such as sociopath and psychopaths. It is difficult for something. Well, your writing looks like you're a psychopath, ma'am. something, professionals dis to diagnose. I don't know. Well, to be careful, lone family member has a borderline personality. She must say that, saying they were careful as a family member has borderline and personality disorders, which affects logical decision making. Other disorders, there is. I'm sure that he wanted this education in this scribble. In agitation, if the causes something, I don't know, or genetic, okay, environmental or genetic. And hyphen mental, that's why, okay, or genetic, whatever you've attempted or doctor thinks you could have caused you to act in rage, please. They need you to can come of it, I don't know. Becoming whatever will help you. And defeated your first actions. I think Shannon said she was a obsessive compulsive. I am too, but less as I get older. Okay, well, it doesn't look like you're OCD based on your writing. Chris, there has been some speculation that you had TURNOID over your sexual orientation. Oh, you old biddy. That's you. Okay, you're going to take time to write because you believe Trent Bolt. Okay. Ma'am, you need to go back to whatever hole you crawled out of. Go away. If you were OCD, you would write in a way that is legible and you wouldn't cram one thing into the other. You would have OCD, you would have nice writing. You're judgmental, narcissistic twat. Okay, so there we go. There it goes. Chris, there's been some speculation that you had turmoil over your sexual orientation. I don't know if that is true. So if he does get one letter, it'd be like, oh, what? They're out there thinking that I'm a. Oh my God. It says, and nurse for 40 years. Oh, have you been a nurse for 40 years? I don't know that is the case. I'm a nurse for 40 years. I have been something to people. Around people with mental illness, drug and alcohol abuse, transgender people, gays, lesbians, and more. Oh. Fortunately, society is becoming more and more understanding. If all humans, but if we lack a long, we have a lot, maybe a long ways to go. I know the turmoil the LGBT people live with. Christopher Watts was not a closet gay. Trent Bolt should be ashamed of himself for the lies that he did. And I think that he should be charged with falsely making a report and falsely causing people like this woman to worry about it. Bless her for being at RN for over 40 years. And it says, years ago, I invited a young doctor to our house for dinner. I told him he could bring his girlfriend or any friend. And it says, pretended he has a girlfriend, but he was out of town. Then the day before the dinner, he something me out. His face was pale. He was nervous, but wanted me to know he was gay and would bring his boyfriend. He has never told anyone. I was the first. He was in his 30s. Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet, ma'am. But you're really trying to think that Christopher Watts is a closet gay and that's what happened all this. No, that was Trent Bolt. He should be charged with false reporting. No. I mean, like I said, this is the one letter that would have gotten through to him. Can you imagine what he was thinking? Because he wouldn't have known that Trent Bolt had been doing this, or who Trent Bolt was. My prayer has always been that he can meet a life partner. I am sorry if you never felt strong enough to share your orientation about yourself. I do think a different, something better definition would have been made. A better decision would have been made. This poor woman thinks that this is why this happened. No, 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 no. He was not struggling with being gay. He was struggling with being lied to, deceived, and about to lose everything and be in another big pile of frickin' debt for the rest of his life. While someone else was running off with the new baby daddy to go and play house again, and she'd be on husband 3 with 3 kids and at least 1 or 2 from the new baby daddy, and who knows how long that would have lasted. But she would have lived near the grandparents and they would have helped with the kids, so I think it probably would have worked out well. And Christopher Watts would have went on with NK and everything would have been fine. He was not in the closet and came out and behaved badly one day because of his frustration over being in the closet. That's not what happened, ma'am. But anyway, I do think a different, something better decision would have been made. She writes, is this how you did your chart notes, ma'am? Oh, you probably were. You remind me of Nurse Beverly. Oh, God. Whatever Bev would be on. Oh, it was tough. Bev was one of these old nurses, like this from this. And, oh, Beverly loved me, so I was fortunate, but Beverly was very, very old school. She reminds me of Beverly. Let's see. And then it's just because this handwriting is just, oh. I mean, if she would have skipped a line between, it would have been fine. No, it says, even if you and Shanann separated, your family could have continued first, not under the same roof. I have friends who married, had children, and then realized they loved someone of the same sex. Man, Christopher Watts is not a closet homo. This is no. It can sometimes. It can. What? With love, or something that says like confuse, or it can. It's with love, but under a different roof. Maybe it can continue with love, but under a different roof. If this is an issue, I hope you can find someone to confide in. As a mother, I am sure your mother would still love you. you. Christopher Watts is not going to call poor Cindy Watts and be like, hey, the reason I did that is because I'm gay, Mom. No. Cindy Watts would have been just fine with that decision if he was. He wouldn't have been afraid. Cindy and Ronnie Watts seemed like very nice people, and you know what? Probably because he was single for so long, people probably speculated that he may have been gay. But no, he had a very happy sexual life with his wife, bopping her 3 times a day, and had no problems with NK. He was, how can freaking Trent Bolt, liar, liar. Chris, I encourage you to keep a journal. Write your thoughts and feelings. Even if your girls are gone, I am sure you'll find moments you hope to share your feelings with them. As sad as the event was, in my heart, I believe Shanann, Bella, and Cece have forgiven you. I lost my husband, a geologist, 10 years ago. Oh, see, did she not know that NK was a geologist? Did, maybe this is what, well, no, because she's convinced that he's a closet case, but I'm so sorry that you're widowed, ma'am. He was a geologist. That would be a fun spouse to be married to. Go and check out places and ask what that is and what that is. He says, I lost my husband, a geologist, 10 years ago, to colon cancer. Sorry, ma'am. She said, I miss him terribly. Like Shanann, he loved life and was very positive. No, Shanann was not. No. I won, or the something of my family, or something was the something of family. He wanted to something leave this earth with a clear mind, and he did. My family moved to Burn Howell, Colorado in 1980s. Our 2 children finished high school and college there. My husband loved his exploration work in the Colorado mountains. Oh, I can imagine. What a fun career. He loved his work so much he felt guilty being paid for having fun. Yeah, no kidding. My son is an engineer and still loves Colorado. He'll be 50 at his next birthday, and he's very active. Mountain climbing, snowboarding, has done helicopter skiing, plays league something hockey, league ice hockey, baseball, football, volleyball, year round. My daughter's daughter lived in Tucson and visits occasionally. She has many health problems. I myself just turned 72. Life goes fast. I retired in 2011 and was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2012. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I am in my 7th year of remission. That's, praise God. I feel blessed. Three something ago, I found a home in the desert. 3 years ago, I found a home in the desert. I love nature, and having visits from quail, bunnies, reptiles, coyotes. I don't know. I actually don't know what that thing is because it says, I thought it said quail, but I don't know. Because then it says, I think it says bunnies. Reptiles, coyotes, and something, wild pigs. Does it say javelins? No, those are scary. And then it says wild pigs. Yeah, so no, those javelins or whatever, those are scary. Chris, for 3 years since moving here, I love feeding the birds. Oh, I do too. I also search for bird feathers every day. One day I discovered a tiny feather with a tiny head on it, something. I have never found another. Maybe heart on it? I really felt my husband had floated down from heaven and put it so I could find it. I gave it to my daughter in a pendant. Oh, that's really cool. Last week, days after happening of the loss of something. Oh, last week, days after hearing of the loss of Shanann, Cece, and Bella, I found a pure white feather. It was the first I'd ever found. The next day, I found 2 more. And that reminded me of Cece's short pigtails. Cute. It was like a spiritual experience. I smile at them and tell me, Shanann, Bella, and Cece flew over my house en route to heaven. They each dropped off an angel wing feather. I treasure them now. I want to send them to you. I hope you will feel their souls in them and can keep them close to you. I have not found any more white feathers since. Oh, I discovered online that your Dieter is living with Frankie. Frankie posted pictures on Facebook. Also, Frankie's posted how angry he is about losing his, in quotations, family. Also wrote for people not to be disrespectful to your family. I said they are hurting too. Oh, I don't think that said not. I think it says he also wrote for people to be disrespectful to. I can't tell if that says not or what it says because it says people and then there's a thing. I mean, it looks like it says not, but that doesn't fit the sentence. So either not or not. To be disrespectful to your family. I said they are hurting too and they are family. Chris, I have no idea if you are receiving, if you can receive this letter. If you do get it and want to just talk, I'll be happy to send you some encouragement. I know you have difficult days ahead, but keep your faith. faith in believing I'll see my loved ones again. Keep on going. As Shanann said, no one is promised tomorrow. I have to keep that in mind. Sincerely, Dorothy D. Reuter, Ruyter. Dorothy, what a beautiful sentiment, but he is not a closet case. All right, so let's see here. And that was from Dorothy DeRuiter, who is now in Arizona. That was her envelope. So let's see here what this goes to. Let's stop here. I think we've done enough. I'm done deciphering for the night. Hope that I put you all asleep. Hopefully it'll make me sleep now. Just really, really ridiculous that Trent Bolt had to insert his ridiculous lips into everything. So we went from 1494 in Discovery to 1634. And we went from 1346 to 1484. And we ended up doing this until okay. Thank you for listening, and we will get back at this hopefully tomorrow. So, without further ado, I wish you well, and thank you for your time.